Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more sports content. We do everything from the Oilers to the Premier League to the CFL to the NFL, and today there's a bunch of basketball on. Probably going to do something about that. But we got breaking news from the Edmonton Oilers from Jason Gregor. Stuart Skinner has been placed in COVID protocol and he won't be available for Thursday versus the Panthers. So Mikko Koskinen will start in net just when us Oilers fans just think it couldn't get worse, it does. And this has been the trend since, what, December 1st, give or take? Give or take that little bit. Now, hopefully, a speedy recovery for Stuart Skinner. Great guy. He's always having fun with the fans, taking pictures and stuff. Now, let's get into this with Mikko Koskinen as I look down in disgust because I've had it with him. A lot of games have been lost because of him. Some games due to teams defending, sure. But lately, that penalty over the boards versus New York Rangers, him thinking he's Mike Smith going out of the net, and I think it was Lafreniere scored that empty net in the first 5 minutes of that game. He's just been, it's been hard to watch. I'm sorry if anyone is a Mikko Koskinen fan. It's been really hard to watch him play this season. I don't know what happened to the goalie we had a few years ago that he was half decent. It's turned to crap. Of course, that could be Dustin Schwartz's fault in a sense too for a bit of this, is because we've been going through goaltenders like no tomorrow, and he's the only constant denominator in this whole thing. So it could be him. He was kneeling with Koskinen today, chatting with him. Maybe we need to change our goalie coach. Maybe something needs to happen because the Oilers can't rely on Mikko Koskinen. We really can't. And looking back at his games, he has let in three or more goals every game since the December 1st game where he only let in two against Pittsburgh. And that one I believe we won. So December 5th versus LA, 5 goals on 40 shots. Minnesota, 4 goals on 26 shots. Carolina, 3 goals on 31 shots. Toronto, 5 goals on 25 shots. 3 goals against the Islanders on 29 shots, and 4 goals against on 28 shots. Out of all those I just said, there was one game he was over a 900 save percentage, and that was 903, and that was against Carolina. Like every other average, 857, 897. The Toronto game was 800. This is not a goalie we can rely on, and I don't know what to do. Do you say here, Konovalov, come play net for a game till Stuart Skinner gets back? Because we cannot rely on Mikko Koskinen. There's no more. You can't have your D-man sit back the whole game because then there's going to be no offense coming from them. The Fords won't be able to pass to the blue lines. Like, it is just, I don't even know. There is no words to describe any of this anymore. But a change in goalie needs to happen. We can rely on Stuart Skinner the rest of the year. I'd be perfectly fine with that. He's shown glimpses of what he can do, and he's young. I'm not going to throw him under the table yet. Maybe if it's 3 years down the road from now and he's had 150 NHL games under him, then we could kind of pick what he needs to work on. But as for Stuart Skinner, that cannot happen right now. You do have Konovalov coming up, Oliver Rodrigue. They're two highly scouted goalies just like Skinner. Sorry. That we could try and rely on, but we can't rely on Koskinen anymore. I know he's our go-to now with Skinner and COVID protocol, but there has to be a shake of the head and say, let's just send him to the minors. Maybe that's all Koskinen needs is go play under Jay Woodcroft for 2 weeks, because we can send him down on waivers. If he gets claimed, we're out of a goalie. But what team is gonna, besides maybe the Buffalo Sabres, is gonna take a goalie like Mikko Koskinen? Like I said, other than the Buffalo Sabres, probably no one, and that's sad to say as a fan. But that is the breaking news that Stuart Skinner is placed on COVID protocol. Koskinen's getting the start. I'm sad to say, folks. If you like Koskinen, good. I'm not going to deny you for liking a guy. But for me, I'm at the end of the rope here with Koskinen, and I have been for probably about a month now. But anyway, that's it for the video. Stay tuned for more sports news coming up. Hope you have a good one. Talk to you later.